What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Javier and this is Fast TV. So today we're going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be working on the cylinder head for my CRV project. Now, I know I haven't put anything on the channel about it, but I will make a new playlist. In fact, one of my goals today, this afternoon, because I've been a little bit under the weather, I feel better today. So I'm going to take the time to get some actual work done here at the house before I go do my main job tomorrow. And I'm going to go ahead and work on the playlist, get that together for all the project cars that are my personal project cars, along with other clients and things like that. Anyway, today's video, we're going to be working on the cylinder head for my CRV. I have a 99 all-wheel drive manual CRV. I am building a B20VTEC. Using a GSR head. I purchased a used head that had been machined locally, and apparently this thing had some issues. Once I assembled it and put the cylinder head on the block, the valve seats were cut too deep. This particular cylinder head that I purchased, the main reason I bought it was because they already had valves, springs, titanium retainers, BC valve springs. And retainers. So I figure, okay, well, at least for what I was paying, hardware wise, I'm good. I was hoping though that it was a good head. And everything seemed to be fine till I put it all on the block, and then I had zero valve lash on 3 exhaust valves through 3 different cylinders. So that's a no bueno. Basically, I would have disassembled the head, put new seats in it, regrind it, put it all back together. Yada, yada, yada. Well, I don't feel like doing that right now. I have another GSR cylinder head that is in tip-top shape. It's been machined, it's clean, ready to go. So my plans are, I'm gonna steal the valve train out of this bad cylinder head that has the bad seats, and but I'm not gonna replace the valves because these are oversized valves. So I'm gonna keep stock valves, which is totally fine for what my application. Using the Brian Crowder valve springs and retainers, and it is a double valve spring setup. So we should be good from there. Right now, I'll go ahead and bring it over. I'll show you what I got going on the bench. So here is my POS head that has a bad seats. I already removed the cams. There's a really neat trick I should have showed everybody before I started disassembling. See how it all stayed together with all the bolts and all that? You can actually undo all your hardware, loosen everything up. Tap on both cams while it's sitting on here, tap on both cams. It'll lift everything, the dowels completely up. And then you can grab it right through here or on each side like so. One hand here, one hand here. Pull the whole thing up with everything together. That way when you get ready to reassemble, you just sit it right back on place. Anyway, enough of that. Like I said, we're going to be pulling the valve spring retainers. I've already started. I pulled 2 of them so far, and I'll just show you here real quick. I'll show you here. Here is one. There's the inside spring. Like I said, it's a double spring setup, and these are Brian Crowder. And actually, they do have a little use, but they're still good for my application when I'm going to be using them at. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a way to put a tension guide to see what tension is left on them. But just overall physical appearance, you can tell they're not wore the hell out. Usually, though, you'll see a little bit of wearing. You actually do. But these look good shape. So these look like they're in good shape. We're going to leave them alone. I got those. There's my retainer pieces right there. So I'm actually using a very inexpensive eBay valve spring remover tool that I picked up a long time ago, and I just haven't done much with it. But yeah, this little guy here works very well. I'm gonna go ahead and move all this stuff over. Since I already pulled that first set, and I just want to show you how the second set goes off using this particular tool. I said this is a real inexpensive tool. You might have seen me use some of this when I was doing my J series cylinder head. but you can see right there, once you remove the springs, that's what you get left in your valves. Right there. So, all right. First thing I'll do is, of course, valve train's out of the way. Now we're gonna move our rocker arms upward so you have easier access to your springs. Then we're gonna go ahead and use this tool here. You see the bolts line up right there. It'll sit. Start threading them by hand. Then I'll go ahead and just give them a quick zip with my tool. And I got this thing set on low. There's no need to torque this thing down when you're doing this. It's just you just want to be able to have a flat surface. Make sure it's flat against the cylinder head, that way you're not damaging any threads, you don't want it loose. This little guy here is actually, this long thread is gonna sit on top of this bucket. You can see it's got this cutout opening here, so you can actually get to your retainers, pull those out, and then be able to take the whole assembly apart. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sit this guy right in here, and then I'm gonna bring the bolt downward. Sit it on the dimple that's on that head. And I apologize, I'm trying to do 3 things at once. Hold the camera and this. So let's see if this works. Hey, look at that. Okay. Now, with just about any tool you buy on eBay, you already know that the shit don't work properly or doesn't fit 100%. Does that keep me from making it work? No, I can still use it. I can definitely still use it. Tilt that down a little bit there. Move it forward, there we go. All right, you can see the damn bolt for this side doesn't quite line up on the hat, but it'll still compress that hat downward when I turn it down. And again, you don't have to hammer on this thing with an impact or nothing like that. You see, I'm just doing it by hand. Most of this, you only use hand tools. All right. Also, I forgot to mention, since I already have the cylinder head off, I'm actually going to use this rag put underneath to hold my valves in place. So I'm going to lift the cylinder head, lift the cylinder head up, and put this rag right here, just in the combustion chamber, just to help cushion those valves there. Now, that's going to keep my valve stems up as I compress this guy downward. Like I said, right now I'm just turning it by hand, trying to get all the tension out for the valve so I can get these retainers out. There we go. There's one. There's my other one. Magnetic pick goes a long way, guys, just so you know. All right, then all you do is loosen it back. That's gonna relieve the tension off that spring. All right, and you could also use a skinny magnet. Unfortunately, I didn't have a skinny magnet, so I used my pick. I got this big magnet here. I'm gonna move this cap out the way. And now we can grab our spring. There we are. And don't forget, this is double spring, so here's our inner. And voila. Very easy, that's it. So this is just gonna be a little short because I gotta do all of these. Remove all my intake, remove all my exhaust ones, box it all up. And it's time consuming, no sense putting a video out there showing me doing this a million times over. You get the gist of it. So repeat, remove them. Once I have them all out, I'll go ahead and get them put. One of my buddies swinging by. Once I get it all put together, throw them in a box, have it ready. When I go get my other cylinder head, I got sitting at the shop right now, my good head, and I'll go ahead and put the valve springs. I'll be doing the same process, removing the OEM valve springs and retainers and installing the Brian Crower valve springs and retainers. So guys, this is just a quick short. That's how you replace valve springs. Easy peasy. Buy the right tool, don't buy some cheap eBay shit that don't work. right, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.